Yesterday, there was a protest and strike in the city of Elizabeth City, where garbage collectors and other city workers were demanding higher wages. To my understanding, the situation was that there was an employment valuation review of some kind. And, they found out that the city workers are not being paid what they actually are worth. And so, given the fact that the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department recently got a massive salary increase after murdering Andrew Brown Jr., city workers decided, you know what? If they can get a raise, so can I. And so that's what they did. So I want to say my garbage is still stinky. It's still on the side of the street. We don't know what we're going to do about that yet, but I personally am okay with having garbage on the side of the street if it means that workers are getting higher wages. And so, yeah, that's the situation. We had a bunch of protesters, the Andrew Brown protesters, show up in solidarity. I took some photos. As you can see, the garbage trucks were blocking entrance to the main roads. The goal was to prevent people from utilizing City Hall as per usual. And again, you can see that this is like, I had like this really good photo set here. As you can see, like, the Black Lives Matter street mural is being painted here. And it's like the cross-section of two different struggles in Elizabeth City happening at the same time. You can see on one end, the garbage collectors are striking for higher wages. On the other end, the Black Lives Matter mural is still halfway finished. It is still, well, I don't even know, maybe it's a third finished. And, boom, as you can see, all the supplies are still there. So there's a lot going on in Elizabeth City. This is a historic moment. And, I'm glad that I was there to document some of it. And so after the strike, they ended at around 3:30. They put all the garbage collection trucks back to where they're supposed to be. And again, my garbage remains uncollected into this morning. And so, yeah, the garbage is stinky. If the city council wants to come over and collect my trash, feel free to do so. And if not, then maybe you should raise the wages of the workers that are being paid to do so. I want to remind everyone the city council is trying to propose a tax increase, right? And they want to increase taxes as a way to cover for the city workers' wage increases. And so, okay, you increase people's salaries and then you increase taxes on everyone else? What? I want to remind everyone that the city council during the pandemic, before shutting down operations for COVID, they gave themselves all a big fat raise. So you can give yourself a raise, you can raise taxes, but when it comes to giving garbage collectors and sewage workers and electricians a fair living wage, right? Something that is actually valued to the work that they put into keeping the city running. Sorry, we can't do it. We got to tax the shit out of everyone. We just can't do it. The police are allowed to be 40-something% of the budget. That's fine, right? They're allowed to just patrol the streets, occupying our city streets, arresting people for marijuana possession. That's great. But giving sewage collectors or sewage workers and garbage collectors a little extra cash for the hard work that they put in? Sorry, we can't do it. So we went there to show solidarity. And I don't know exactly what's going to be happening as far as this goes today. I don't know if they're going to continue striking. I am not sure quite yet. But if anyone knows, feel free to let me know, and I will go see if I can find anything later to see if they're going to continue these efforts. But even if not, I think yesterday was a pretty good moment in Elizabeth City council history. Elizabeth City protest history. And so I was glad to be a part of it to document. Here's the thing, like, raising taxes it doesn't solve the problem, because the people that are getting the extra salary are being taxed right back. So it doesn't solve the problem, right? If you want, and it also raises taxes on everyone else, even minimum wage workers in the city that, like, work at, anywhere for minimum wage. It doesn't solve the problem. When the police budget is 40-something% of the city's budget, they don't need that money. Also, what about all the COVID appropriation funds? that the city spent on their salary increases. Right? What about that? Hey, what about it? So, whatever. I mean, like, again, like, it's just typical politicians being politicians. They're always trying to think of a way to screw people and to self-serve and to be in their own best interest. And Elizabeth City is no exception. There's a lot of politicians here. They're all talk, no walk. And it's honestly disappointing to see. So, what are you going to do?